Hello and welcome to lasers. I am Michelle Blazer, teaching you lasers. How appropriate. You guys know who I am. I am just doing this quick intro video for you guys to watch, just to get a little rundown on what I'm going to expect of you from this class. It is an asynchronous all online class. We will only be meeting twice, and that will be for Laser Lab on June 20th. That's your prep lab where you learn how to use it. And then on June 27th, we will do our Laser Lab. We'll actually do the test out on that day. Okay, so let's just kind of go through the shell so you understand what you have. Okay, so obviously under content, we have the table of contents here. You would start here. This is going to give you kind of a brief rundown on what you're going to be doing. Also, you've got your syllabus here. What I want you to make sure is you're clicking on everything and making sure you understand everything that's going to be due and everything that's going to be expected of you, okay? But we're going to do a little rundown here so you at least know, okay? So click on your syllabus, understand everything as far as our objectives, what you need to learn, a summer calendar. I kind of broke everything down for you guys so you understood. Obviously, your policies, you can find everything you need for the institution, any outside help. Here are a couple different forms of the same glossary, one in a Word doc, one in just the HTML format, just to help you kind of with some of the words used in lasers, okay? I think that'll help you during your test, okay? So just kind of going through, you will have a paper that you need to do, and that is going to be due June 22nd, okay? So don't leave this till the last minute. You will need to pick a article from a scholarly institution, someplace, obviously you're going to pick something online, but make sure that it's not some, source that is not confirmed, okay? It needs to be an article that pertains to dental lasers used for periodontal treatments, okay? What I want you to do is just write a short summary of what you learned, and then there's some prompts here to help you with that. I do expect you to do APA style reference formatting and referencing at the bottom. Go ahead and put the link to the article so I can click on that and check that article as well. Okay, and then all your parameters are down here. I did a real simple rubric. Content of the paper is worth 30 points. Grammar and structure, that's worth 10. Correct APA style 5, and then your hyperlink so that I can get to the article. Make sure that works. Okay. So let's see, we have one other thing I want to talk about before just getting into these modules. Attendance is obviously a part of even asynchronous classes, so I really just need to touch base with you guys like basically 5 times throughout the 5 weeks. So what that is going to entail is obviously your paper is due on the 22nd, so that'll count. The attendance to the 2 labs will count, but what I just need to make up for is 2 touches, basically we touching base, okay? So I figured the quickest, easiest way to do that, but it has to do with your attendance. No, there's no points involved, but it has to do with your attendance, which remember, attendance is everything when it comes to classes, and we only have so many. So what I need you guys to do is, you'll see here, email me what you did on break by 5:30, no later than 5 p.m. Just email me to my regular CCD email. Just touch base, let me know what you guys did. Okay, you know how I'm always jealous if you got to go somewhere, so tell me all about it. And then that second email will be due a week later. So that'll be due on 6/6. That's that following Friday, no later than 5 p.m. And on this one, I just want you to tell me that you have reviewed at least that first module, the laser theory and practice module. Okay, so remember, you need to do those 2 things. Let's look at the modules here. So we've got module 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first module is laser theory and practice. The second is laser physics. Module 3 is indications and contraindications, and module 4 is obviously safety, consent, and planning. Okay. Now within these modules, you will see we have obviously this is just the intro, but here you're going to have a PowerPoint presentation. And then right up underneath here, as soon as I upload that, we will have a recorded lecture with those PowerPoints as well. Okay, so you'll see that hiding just right up underneath there. That'll be for your review as well. Okay, and then just a couple other links here, just talking about our practice act and everything. In module 2, this is actually a soft chalk lesson. So you guys will be opening up that and going through that and learning. There will not be a recorded lecture for this one. No recorded lecture for module 2. Module 3, again, you will have just the regular PowerPoint presentation, and then tucked up underneath here, I will upload the PowerPoint presentation with me reviewing those PowerPoint slides, okay? And then really what I want you to notice, a lot of these are like 5-minute videos. We're not talking really long videos, but a lot of these videos are pretty cool, talking about a lot of the things that we'll talk about in those PowerPoint presentations, okay? So if you get a chance, definitely click on all these and watch these, okay? And then again, in module 4, you will have the PowerPoint, you will have the recorded one up underneath, and then I have another link here as well, and that's just the introduction. Okay, so let's talk about the final exam. Okay, the final exam that needs to be done by, let's see, when did I have that due? On June 15th. I have that final exam and it's open all day, basically. Okay, it's an open book test. Okay. It's going to be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. It is open book. That does not mean you guys are doing this together. You're doing this all on your own, okay? Let's think about our ethics, think about the things that we're trying to uphold here. You guys are doing this on your own, okay? So this is an open book exam that everybody who ever gets certified in lasers has to take before they can actually pass their final. Your final basically is represented in that 627 lab where we're going to be testing you out, okay? But before we can test you out, we need to make sure that you understand what you're doing. So on June 15th, that's a Sunday, I've got it open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. You're going in there and taking that test and passing it, okay? I cannot let you into the June 20th lab unless you've passed this final. I hope that is clear, okay? Now let's click on Laser Lab information. Again, just like we were talking about. So June 20th, we've got our laser lab where we're going to be playing with the lasers, learning how to use them. And then on the 27th, we're going to have some tests out. Okay. So what I want you guys to know is you'll be able to have access to this in that D2L shell. Let's kind of review this. So section 300, you are with me in the morning. All right, and section 301, you are going to be with Mrs. Radilla in the morning doing your nitrous. And then those two obviously switcheroo. So then I will get obviously 301 and then 300 will go to nitrous. Okay, so neither here nor there. What you need to pay attention to is where is your time slot. So from 8 to 8:30, Jasmine, Meredith, Julia, and Camellia need to show up, and we will be in the first year classroom. We will be set up in there. Okay, so you need to come at that time slot from 8 to 8:30, boom, and then you're out of here. Okay, then that next set, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, Rachel, Brooklyn, Samantha, and Abby. Okay, we will have one other faculty with us this day, just to help out, but we have plenty of lasers, so everybody's going to get lots of chance to play around here, okay? And then on the 27th, I just randomly picked, there was no rhyme or reason, but from 8 to 9 o'clock, these 4 students will be testing out. So in room number 1, Khadijah, you are the first partner to go, and your partner is L, okay? So Khadijah will go first, test out, then you will rebarrier the room, get it all cleaned up, ready to go. Then L, you will test out, and I happen to just be your faculty that day as well. Okay, and then you see room 3, Carrie and Daniela are going to set up. Miss Mueller is going to be your faculty. Okay, and then you'll see sliding on down, we've got all these times here. Okay, so before anybody asks, there's no switching around. No, you can't switch time slots with anybody. That is not allowed. That will create chaos. Okay. The other thing I wanted to point out was the new procedure evaluation for the diode laser. This is completely brand new. Mrs. Radilla and I revamped this. And if you've been handed down something from another class or from a previous student, that is no longer valid. This is the brand new, never been seen before, new procedure evaluation. It is a lot more clear. It is a lot more precise on exactly how we expect you guys to be able to test out of the laser. Okay, so I need you guys to review this, seeing all the things that you need to do. Obviously, there's a portion here where you're going to be setting up, okay, and that can be done prior, and then you can just speak to that, explains the procedure to the patient, all the things that you'll need to run through. So make sure to run through all of this, okay? So that's where you'll find your schedules. I threw in the PE here as well. It's also under Laser Lab as well, but I did throw it in here as well just to have for easy access. I hope this helps, and I hope you all get a lot out of this. Please reach out to me if you need anything or you have a question. But this is pretty much self-paced, so I would just try and make sure that you keep on target. You've got everything else going on this summer as well, so just make sure that you are pacing yourself and not getting too far behind. All right, I'll talk to you soon.